Most men think attraction is complicated. They believe women are looking for perfection. More money, more status, more appearance. But attraction rarely disappears because a man lacks something. More often, attraction disappears because of certain behaviors. Patterns that quietly signal weakness, instability, or lack of direction. Women may not always say it out loud, but they feel it. And when they feel it, they slowly distance themselves. These are the types of men women instinctively avoid. The first type is the man who constantly seeks approval. He asks for validation in everything he does. What do you think? Do you like this? Is this okay? At first it may look harmless, but over time it reveals something deeper. He is unsure of himself. Confidence is not loud. It is simply the ability to make decisions without needing constant reassurance. When a man cannot stand on his own judgment, people begin to lose trust in his direction, and attraction weakens. The second type is the man with no direction. Ambition does not mean having everything figured out, but it does mean having movement, a sense that you are building something, improving something, becoming something. When a man drifts through life without purpose, it creates uncertainty. Uncertainty makes it difficult for others to invest emotionally. Purpose creates stability. Without it, relationships feel temporary. The third type is the man who complains about everything. The world is unfair. Nothing works. Everyone is against him. Constant negativity is exhausting. People naturally move toward environments that feel lighter, not heavier. When a man constantly focuses on problems without seeking solutions, he signals helplessness. And helplessness weakens respect. The fourth type is the man who cannot control his emotions. Anger appears quickly. Jealousy appears quickly. Frustration appears quickly. Emotional instability creates unpredictability, and unpredictability feels unsafe. Strong men are not emotionless, but they are controlled. They respond thoughtfully rather than reacting instantly. Control creates trust. The fifth type is the man who tries too hard to impress. He shows off constantly. Money, clothes, stories, achievements. Everything becomes a performance. But authenticity is more powerful than performance. When someone tries too hard to appear impressive, it often reveals insecurity underneath. True confidence does not need constant display. It shows itself naturally through behavior. The sixth type is the man who lacks ambition. This does not mean every man must be rich or famous. But growth matters. A man who refuses to improve his life slowly becomes stagnant. When there is no effort to grow, mentally, physically, financially, or emotionally, attraction fades. Because people are drawn to movement, not stagnation. The seventh type is the man who disrespects others. How a man treats strangers reveals more about him than how he treats someone he wants to impress. If he is rude to waiters, dismissive toward others, or arrogant in small interactions, it exposes character. Respect is not selective. It is consistent, and character is difficult to hide over time. The eighth type is the man who cannot be alone. He constantly needs attention. Constant messages, constant reassurance, constant presence. Neediness slowly drains attraction. Independence is attractive because it shows emotional strength. A man who is comfortable alone does not cling. He chooses relationships instead of depending on them, and choice creates value. The ninth type is the man who avoids responsibility. Nothing is ever his fault. His job, his relationships, his circumstances. Someone else is always to blame. But responsibility is power. When a man takes ownership of his actions, he shows maturity. Without responsibility, growth becomes impossible, and people eventually distance themselves from those who refuse to evolve. The 10th type is the man with no self-control. Whether it's money, habits, emotions, or time, lack of discipline creates instability. Impulse spending, impulse reactions, impulse decisions. Self-control signals strength. Without it, life becomes unpredictable, and unpredictability weakens trust. The truth is simple. Women do not avoid men because they expect perfection. They avoid patterns that signal instability, lack of direction, lack of discipline, lack of control. The good news is that these things are not permanent. They are habits, and habits can change. Confidence can be built. Purpose can be developed. Discipline can be trained. The men who grow are the ones willing to look honestly at themselves. Not defensively, but honestly, because attraction often follows growth, not the other way around. And when a man focuses on building himself, his mindset, his discipline, his direction, something interesting happens. He stops chasing attention, and attention begins to find him.